did come right here. But the benefit, we can actually kind of like, come right here. Speak on it. We good on your phone?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right. Shalom. All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim, teaching and preaching this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Hey, we back at it again. Another week, man. Another week closer to the end of the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. And as always, our focal point on these lessons is the testimony of Yahweh Shah, which is the spirit of prophecy. And within the prophecies, it speaks about America, which is Babylon the Great, being destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. But before that destruction, the global elites, whose biblical nationality is Esau, Edom, they have a world order that they want to try to accomplish, man. All right, which is to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive that subcutaneous device under the skin, and with it you'll be able to buy and sell and identify yourself in this new world these Edomites plan on establishing. All right, and they ain't gonna swallow down that which they imagine, roughly paraphrasing what's written in Job, the 20th chapter. They ain't gonna swallow it down. They gonna vomit up all their riches, everything that they have predestined, everything that they have planned is not going to work out in our favor. At the end of the day, the counsel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to stand, and the counsel or the prophecies speak about Jacob ruling, which are the Israelites. So, we a day after the so-called 4th of July, and it was just nothing but folly, especially on the timeline. When you're scrolling up and down social media, you seeing riots, you seeing looting, fighting, cops getting their ass whooped, people getting their ass whooped, explosions, all right, on top of heat waves, on top of droughts, on top of, let me see, I'm using my phone, I don't got my notes. On top of all these strange calamities happening in the world, Jake is still want to be festive and living in simplicity. Meanwhile, judgment is taking place. All right, you had the 250-year anniversary, the 250th birthday of America, which Esau, all right, it's been way more than 250 years, man. All right, we taking it all the way back to 1419 when 1492 when Christopher Columbus came over here, and furthermore, going back to the Renaissance period, man. All right, because Renaissance means the rebirth. Rebirth of what? The Roman Empire coming back into play. All right, Esau been in power since then. All right, and we coming to his end. So you got anything?
Yeah, I got they were saying that the earthquake in Venezuela.
Oh yeah, the earthquakes, the fires, the earthquakes, the droughts.
Yeah.
They
were saying that you got speaking code, but
a
lot of missing children is out there. And Leader Amalek is involved with that, with the child trafficking and stuff. So this is what they do. The scriptures do speak about how, when now basically when you at a low point, he will come to you for your aid, but really is deception.
Yeah.
I think it's in Sirach 13. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, like 12, 13 around there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's coming like he's a hero, but really he's a villain.
Yep.
And I also got I got this from the Elder Mwatazak from out here in GMS LA.
Shout out to the Elder Mwatazak.
300,000 robot dogs are guarding AI data centers. So you already know these robot dogs, which is part of Esau's fourth industrial revolution. The devices by Satan, created by Satan. To kill and destroy.
Yep.
You already know they got guns mounted on them robots. Probably laser beams, probably some chemical warfare in there.
Yep.
Whatever is in there, but we know it's harmful things that can kill you.
And they got extreme prejudice program into them.
Yeah.
They got Esau spirit in them.
Yep.
And pursuant to Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, you know, these Edomites, they got a perpetual hatred, ongoing hatred with you Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
So all this technology, it's prejudice towards Israelites.
Yep. But I got Proverbs 1:20.
Yep.
Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets.
Yeah, the truth is going to be heard outside, on the highways and the byways, in areas where there's a lot of foot traffic. You know, the Lord wanted to where you can stumble. It's easy to stumble across His truth, especially in metropolitan areas and downtown areas. That's where the truth is going to be heard at.
Verse 21, it says, she cried from the chief place of concourse and the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Exactly. How long you simple ones are those individuals that's outside the truth? All right. How long are you gonna be wrapped up in the cares of this life? This whole system of rule of the Edomites is not for your turn, man. You know, here it is. It was so-called Juneteenth, not too long ago, and it was crickets out here. But then here come 4th of July. You got niggas out standing in line at the fireworks station, bending over with their crack out, lighting fireworks, putting slabs of ribs and shit on the grill. Thinking, you thinking it's the 90s still, bro. You know, we're in an information age where knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is at its highest. And you still offering sacrifices to the gods that Esau told you to worship? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's no excuse at this point. There's no closure for you celebrating these pagan holidays, man, because information is out on what this day represents.
Uh-huh.
You know, the independence from, U.S., which was 13 colonies, breaking away from, Great Britain.
Yeah.
And that had nothing to do with you Israelites.
Nope.
You still was in captivity.
Yep. You still had you still had a cotton quota to fulfill at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. It says, "And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge."
So as this truth being spoken in the chief place of concourse, out there on the streets, on the highways and the byways, is going to draw in simple ones. It's going to draw in fools. It's going to draw in scorners, man. Yeah. You know, and a good example of that is Elder Manatazak by page. When you scroll up and down his page, you see a whole bunch of scoffers, scorners, fools, haters of the Most High, those who got the spirit of anti-Yahushai on them. All right? You have that, and that's a part of the Lord's movie. And as we get closer and closer into the end, man, there's going to be more people that bust out of the woodwork that got something to say about what we bring out here in the Bible. Meanwhile, the so-called white man, they ain't got nothing to say about him. Meanwhile, the so-called white man is destroying you financially. All right? He's destroying you biology through biology, you know? Affecting your food, which we all eating bad food. I don't give a damn if you specifically shop at Sprouts or Whole Foods. You eating your bread defiled amongst the heathen. Yeah. You know, your entertainment is flawed. You know, it's set up as bread and circus to keep you distracted. Mm-hmm. You know, you got sports betting at an all-time high. He further snatching away your finances from you. You know, deceiving you. Because the sports betting is the modern day lotto. Yeah. Remember back in the day, lottery, you know, you niggas go, you know how you go to the liquor store, you get the scratch, you know, doing that shit, scratching off. You know, that sports betting, that Kalshi, and that, it's another one, Kalshi, and then Steak is another one, and it's another one that, you know, there's just more distractions to keep you, you know, glued into this system, man. But you gotta go.
It says, Proverbs 1:23, turn ye out my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
And that's what the Lord is doing right now. All right? The Lord, by way of the ministry of the prophets, what he's doing is he's pouring out his spirit. He's giving you the information needed in order to escape the wrath that the Lord has predestinated to happen here in America. All right? Because, look, at the 250th birthday of America, you had racist Edomites down there on the lawn. They had that old those old Revolutionary War outfits on with the long guns. They getting in that spirit. All right? Meanwhile, you niggas is just making sure you got the latest and greatest clothes on. You got your car washed and you pulling up to the family function eating a whole bunch of bad food. Meanwhile, Esau is getting in that mold. All right?
Yeah. You ever seen some of my neighbors? An old ass nigga woman with a Independence suit on. Blue, red, and white. Just shows you you know the old nigga woman upstairs.
Oh yeah.
She had that shit.
And she always celebrating.
Yeah. You know. It says, verse 24 says, because I have called and you refuse.
The Lord does the calling through the ministry of the prophets. See, these videos that we put up, starting from the elders and apostles on down, whether it's the highways and the byways videos, you know, your sit downs, your in transits. All right, this is the Lord calling. You're supposed to come across these videos, and it's supposed to trigger if you are of the elect. Let me say that because everything is, you know, specifically for the remnant, the elect of Israel, the Most High. When you come across these videos, it's supposed to trigger you to get into this, man. You know?
Yeah, because all is vain, all is vanity, man. Mm-hmm. Like the preacher said, stop it. You know? At the end of the day, once these pagan holidays are over with, you're still back to reality.
Yeah.
You're still a slave, you're still dealing with this high cost of living.
Yep.
You still don't know why all these problems are going on earth.
Yep.
You know? So it says, Proverbs 1:24 says, because I have called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand
and no man
regarded.
Yep. Con, yeah. So I have stretched out my hand and no man has regarded. Why? Because Esau has deceived the world. It's a whole bunch of distractions out here. Mm-hmm. All right?
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on to have your mind off of what's really going on. And that's how the devil works, man. That's how the devil thrives. Through confusion, disorder, you know, chaos, these so-called holidays. This is how the devil actually, you know, get in position to where he can further, you know, oppress people. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Proverbs 1:25 says, but you have set at naught all my counsel and will none of my reproofs.
Set at naught all the Lord's counsel. All right? They don't want to hear none of this information. You know, you come across videos of people not believing in nothing. We talk about the chariots. They don't believe in that. You know, we talk about Yahushua being a so-called black man. They don't believe in that. Bring out the true names of the Most High. They don't believe in that. Bring out how the Israelites are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. They don't believe that. They don't believe America is Babylon the Great. But anything that these Edomites bring out, they ain't all over. You know? Which this technology shit, this shit is waning, man. You know? Like Elder Yashawama said, the whole honeymoon phase of Chat GPT, that shit is over with, man. You know? People is getting into an era where they can give two fucks about this technology and shit. You know, they want to live a minimalistic lifestyle, not being technology dependent. You know?
Yeah. And that's really the honest way to go.
Yeah.
Not depending on this technology. Living like how you did in the ancient world.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, men, it's chiefly the men, you know, put their thought into a lot of these, especially Israelite men, first and foremost. Put thought, you know, into all these inventions on how to make your life better.
Yeah.
Refrigerators, freezers, microwaves, stuff like that. You know. But Esau doesn't want people to be self-sufficient. He wants everybody to go to him in the wants of all things.
Yep.
Through this technology.
Yep. He wants you in the house using Uber Eats, DoorDash. He wants you working from home. He wants you with the technology under your skin. And he wants you to be a goddamn cyborg, man.
Yeah.
A controllable device.
Yeah. It says, verse 26, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes.
But you see how the flow goes with this chapter? It goes into how King Solomon, he's prophesying on how this truth will be heard. It's going to be heard in the metropolitan place. You know, it's going to gather fools, scorners, you know. Then it segues into how, you know, the Lord called and the people refused. And then judgment comes. All right, and that's what's going to be taking place. Because judgment is happening. All right, we seeing these major earthquakes literally in diverse places. Just look it up, man. Look up in the last week where have these earthquakes been taking place. And it's going to be literally diverse places, from Venezuela to America to Europe to Africa. All right, different places have been getting visited on top of this weird heat.
Oh yeah, heat wave, yeah.
You know, I was looking at it's on my phone, but I'm on live.
I can look it up.
All right, but they were saying, like, in the Pacific Ocean, Baba Kasha, if you can, heat waves from the Pacific Ocean. Pull that up. And they saying that this thing that they seeing over in the Pacific Ocean, they said it's finna trigger major heat waves from weeks and months to come. You know?
Yeah, I was reading an article saying 1,000 people in France died.
Yeah.
From the heat wave.
Yep.
It's a gang of people, man.
And see, people think they safe and sound over here in America because Esau not really reporting on the damage that's being done here, man. Remember, Esau have deceived the whole world. Esau knows that the prophets is watching. The prophets is itching for some information to come out so we can report on it, man. Oh, no, don't put that out there. You know? Nah, don't do that. Then it's going to be a whole bunch of videos. They thinking they God is making moves. Nah, we ain't going to put that out there. That's how Esau is doing. What Esau is doing, man. But see, the Lord is going to put the fire under Esau's ass where he ain't going to be no longer dragging his feet. Yeah. Depending on deception and bread and circus and the holidays and this summer to keep people distracted. The Lord going to do something to where Esau got to do his part. Because in Psalms, it also says that he has a enterprise that he know that he can't accomplish, roughly paraphrasing. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I'll try to find that one too. Yeah, let's see what we got.
Yeah, this is from Washington Post. It says, don't you hate when you go into the articles
and you can't even read it?
Yeah. I can just read the title.
Yeah, the titles is good enough.
The Pacific Ocean is running a fever. Why? That's an ominous sign. It says a marine heat wave covering an area 8 times the size of the United States could soon fuel serious storms and extreme heat.
Yeah. You know? Hey, that's more plagues and punishment that the Lord is sending into Egypt again. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So remember a couple of months ago, it was all this information coming about energy crisis and the fuel barrels and all this old stuff. Now, as we enter into, you know, these summer months, alongside with them saying that it's going to be record-breaking heat waves, that's going to put a lot of strain on this electrical grid. So what's going to happen? Rolling blackouts. All right, and Jake not ready for the blackout, man. All right, because the blackouts can be so cold to where it's hitting cell towers. Ain't no cell. You pulling your cell. Yeah. You know, calling 911. Ain't none of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 100-degree temperature, 90-degree temperature. You in the house, all the lights out. All you hear is crime outside. Niggas crashing out.
Yeah, because like you brought out one time, you know, we know the heat can drive niggas out their homes.
Oh man, hell yeah.
And with the heat, you know, niggas isn't mad and angry and stuff. You know, and that can make it be heat along with the family. No water out here.
Yep.
People really gonna turn up, man.
Yeah.
You know. This is another article from NOAA.gov. The California current marine heat wave tracker. But yeah, as I said, the Pacific Ocean is running a fever. Why? That's an ominous sign. So we know with a fever, it deals with heat.
Yeah.
So, you know, heat is a major, like you said, a major plague from the Lord, man. You know, that can make people pass out, just drop dead.
Yep.
Right on the spot.
Yep.
Especially out here in Cali, man. It's been like these are summer months right here.
Yeah.
July, August, September. Them like the 3 main months.
Yep.
When it's hot out here in Cali. But this is Proverbs 1:27. When your fear comes as death, 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes.
And now the Lord gonna be bringing people fears, man. Oh, Lord gonna be bringing people fears, man. And the Lord is gonna do it when these people least expect it. You know.
Yeah. People drive around with Mexican flags, Issachar. And Issachar is so fucking simple, man.
Yeah.
Y'all forgive. I'm specifically talking about y'all, not to the brothers in the faith, but to the Issacharites, the so-called Mexicans in the world.
Yeah.
Y'all forgive Esau everything what he does to y'all, man. You know, all Esau gotta do is put out a FIBA game for y'all. Y'all just forget about the deportation.
Yep.
You know, y'all forget about all that, man. You know.
Man, I damn near forgot about the deportation.
Yeah. You know. And Esau, you Issachars, you worship Esau like you always say. Worship the so-called white man. Wanna be in his fucking jeans, man. You know?
Yeah, y'all be on them job sites working around them Edomites, well, not working around and working for them, and y'all be on y'all best fucking behavior, man. You know. Meanwhile, them devils hate you. We can get back to it.
Verse 27, Proverbs 1. When your fear comes as desolation and destruction coming as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you.
And these are the punishments that's going to be happening. Distress, anguish, fear, calamity, desolation. All those judgments is going to be falling on people because they're not a part of the elect. They're not privy to this information and believing. Okay? Because it's all fun and games right now, man. You know, you had your barbecue yesterday. You got your leftovers today. You know, it's a nice summer day. You know, you get family and friends and all this old bullshit. You know, but in the coming days, the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Awashai, is going to shake this bitch up, man.
That's right.
You know? The triumphing of the wicked is short. Y'all was triumphing yesterday. These Edomites was triumphing yesterday, man. You know, I was seeing people on motorcycles and, you know, they filming it and they had the American flag, all this folly shit. You know? Meanwhile, the cost of living ain't decreasing. The price of food ain't decreasing. Gas went down, but it's still high. You know? And what the hell is going on in the presidential administration? You know, it's just a whole bunch of confusion there. That's why they finna bring in these technocrats, these scientists, these people that's skillful in these different, you know, eras of knowledge, and they finna be governing this shit. And you know what they gonna be saying? Look, we need to track everybody. We need to track everybody. We need to trace everybody. We gotta identify everybody. All right? This money, we gotta do away with this money because it's backed by too much debt. This is what's being prepared behind the scenes while you out here feasting and in a joyous spirit, man.
Which is what they want anyway.
Yeah.
And we know Esau is a devil. He's a deceiver. So the presidential office, they can be doing all this shit on purpose, man.
Yeah.
Just like you said, just to bring in these technocrats with all this type of field of knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, just to bring in a new world order. You know.
Yep. And best believe, in order for remember Esau's lot, just like Yahushua in Matthew 5, he was set up to be a prince and a savior for to give repentance unto Israel and forgiveness of sins. That's Yahushua's lot. Esau's lot, go to Revelation 6. The red horse, he was set up to take peace from the earth, and it was given unto him a great sword, and they kill each other with it. Yeah. That's Esau's lot. He's set up to take peace from the earth. So it's going to be something that take place in the very near future where it's going to put Esau in position to be justified to bring in this device that go under the skin. See, right now, behind the scenes, he's getting the laws and shit all in order, the legislation and shit all in order. So when he does come down, he's able to say, look, oh, but the law says this. Yeah, but we signed this in law. This is signed in law. Remember, like it's saying Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter, let our strength be the law of justice. You know? So you're getting the laws and shit all in place right now. You know? Notice we ain't been really hearing nothing about the Iran shit. You know? But you see how they're able through the media, they can control people's emotions and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's how the government means.
Yeah.
Government control mental.
Yeah. Control their damn mental.
Yeah. You know? And that's why it's our job to stay on top.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like you just said, he can forget sometimes. I forgot all about the deportation.
I forgot he was just putting hell on y'all a couple of months ago, man.
Yeah.
And now y'all back, man. Going back to the title, How Long You Simple Ones Will Ye Love Simplicity?
You know what I'm talking about, the e-files anymore.
And e-files, it's like the nigga didn't went in there and just deleted the shit.
Yeah.
Man.
It says, Proverbs 1:27, when your fear comes out of this desolation and your destruction comes as a whirlwind, when the stress and the anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too damn late, man. And like brothers, you know, was saying, which we was talking about it a couple of weeks ago. See, y'all women, y'all gonna want to try to grab hold to the skirt of him that's a Jew when all hell breaking loose. Now you want to come tag along to the Israelites. You want to try to find you a man now that your whole program then went up in flames. You know? Yeah. A lot of you Israelite women is going to be found out to be playing games, man. Y'all don't really believe. Yeah. You know? Watch when Esau is taking away your social liberties and your freedoms, you know? You're taking away your nurse job, your comfortable nurse job, where you know, you're able to listen to the videos while you know what I'm saying, you sitting down with your patients and shit in the room. Once Esau gets to taking away that, take away your car, your luxury apartment, then you want to try to, okay, now it's time for me to go find the men of the Lord. Don't you know during that time, the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hearken shall hear? Most High gonna level us up. We're gonna be able to see through all the bullshit, man. We gonna know who's been served, who's been, like that one woman that be coming by the camp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She's very humble.
Beautiful sister, humble. You know, she come through, she don't say too much. She drop off a gift, and she keeps it pushing. See, the Most High gonna be dealing with a woman like that, leading her to a brother, man. You know, but all you bitches that's got your feet kicked up in your nice apartment with the nice furniture and the decor, you thinking that once Jacob's trouble happen, then you gonna go ahead and go outside and try to find you a man of the Lord? It's gonna be too late.
Because I have called and he refused.
See?
I gotta be the first.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, that's definitely the
call like y'all
pushing
outside. Yeah.
His phone had chiming on now.
Yeah.
It says
phone had to pull a preset.
It says, Proverbs 1 and 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Nope. You ain't gonna be able to find the rivers of living waters. You ain't gonna be able to find the hedge of protection.
Man. It says, verse 29, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh Baal Shalom.
Hey, that's to those who are outside of this truth and those who call themselves in this truth playing games.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful bird right there, man. Blue jay.
Oh, blue jay? That's a rare bird. Yeah, that's a beautiful bird, though. It says, verse 30 says, they would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof.
And see, these people thinking the Most High is finna come down off that chariot and just be giving people reproofs and shaking his hand. And that's not how the Lord works, man. The ministry of the prophets is the Lord's mouthpiece. He used the ministry of the prophets to send the reproofs out. Hit that one more time, Baba Kesha.
It says, Proverbs 1 and 30, they would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof.
Yeah, so they hated the counsel that the Lord had coming out of the mouths of the prophets.
Verse 31, it says, therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way.
Eat the fruit of their own way, meaning that what a man soweth is that what he shall reap. You may lie to this truth, all right, you're going to receive that reward for making light of this truth. You turn your back on this truth, you may tarry and turn to the Lord. You know, you say, okay, next year I'm going to take it serious. You know, you ain't got a lot of time. See, right now, it's the cool of the day. It's things happening. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord finna turn this shit up. You know? Because we talk about Esau coming down with great wrath. But that great wrath is going to coincide with power outages. There's no food. You know what I'm saying? Your whole little neighborhood, your whole community locked down. One guard, imagine one guard in the middle of the street just walking up and down the street. He got that whole shit shooken up. Ain't nobody leaving. Yeah. One guard. He on a bullhorn. Yeah. You make one move, you're dead. Yeah. Shutting the whole fucking block down.
And these people, they gonna obey that too. Yep. Especially if it's Edom.
Yep.
It says, verse 31 in the middle, it says, and be filled with their own devices.
Yep. Look, like it say in Romans, the Lord is going to give these people up unto strong delusions that they shall believe a lie. They're going to be filled with their own devices, man. Yeah. You're going to have some people just, well, hey, we just want to hurry up and get past this Trump administration so we can get another guy in there that's going to help us out and bring some new policies that's going to help out the American citizen. Yeah. Lord got people that's giving up to that delusion. You're going to have niggas, you have some truthers, they going to go and run up to the mountains. They're going to bring their little food prepping kit, their little food storage kits. They're going to bring it out there and they're going to die out there. You know? You're going to have people that just want to just twerk it out and turn up and dance and sing and all that shit. You're going to just be left in the hood to do that. Meanwhile, the devil is finna just be destroying you.
Yeah, because it says, I believe in 2nd Ezra 15, it says they shall rifle their houses.
Oh, yep. Search their houses with the sword.
Yeah, you know. Yep. So Esau gonna be coming door to door to every nigga house, and he gonna get you, man. He gonna take his spoils too. Yep. Spoils is your woman.
Yep.
All your, you know, your food. You know, he gonna take everything.
Yep. And don't forget about the damn the draft.
Oh yeah.
You know, Esau keeping you distracted, keeping you looking over here. Meanwhile, we inching closer and closer to where niggas is finna be getting shipped off. Cause they said something about in November. I gotta look it up. That that's when this particular law goes into play in regards to the draft.
Automatically get drafted?
Yeah.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said that kick off in November.
It says Proverbs 132 For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
Yeah, the turning away of the simple shall slay them. You turn away from this truth, you rejecting it. That's gonna lead to your death. All right, and then it says the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. You got some people right now, they got the bag. You feel me? The world is crumbling, shit is expensive,
Yeah.
but they up. They ain't really tripping off. You know what I'm saying? You may have a business. Because I heard Elder Apostle Tahar said this years ago, where, you know, in the economy, there's always, I forget exactly how he worded it, but basically in the economy, whether good or bad, there's always going to be like opportunity to get, like, make money and profit, whether in a bad economy or a good economy. You know, so you got some people, they're in a position where they capitalizing off of, you know, certain things, you know, like case in point, the delivery service, like the ship, you know, that's prospering right now because gas prices is high.
Yeah, right.
All right. You know, sicknesses going around, gas prices is high. People that lost their cars, it's hot. Do you know what I'm saying? So a business like shit is prospering.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I can just buy my groceries and I can just get this nigga a $5 tip for bringing it? I ain't got to get in my car. I ain't got to be around nobody. I ain't got to be. It was a great service.
Yeah.
You're not wicked, not evil for dealing with this service or using it. But it just goes to show you how, you know, there's different businesses that prosper in economic downturns,
Yeah.
you know, or when the economy is prospering, you know. But all that shit is gonna be taken away, man.
Yeah. Like I said, that's luxury.
Yeah.
Getting items delivered to your house without you having to go to the store and get it.
Come on, man.
And Uber Eats got that too. You can
Oh
deliver
yeah,
it from
yeah,
grocery
yeah,
stores, Target. I think they just recently put Food for Less on there too.
Yeah. Yeah. When I ain't did Uber Eats in a minute, but when I was doing Uber Eats, I would do Target. I would go shop at Target.
Yeah.
Went to Smart and Final. I went
Smart
to
and Final.
Food for Less.
We got Ralph's.
Ralph's. I went to Dollar Store, Family Dollar. You just shop for the people. You know, but all them goodies is finna be taken away.
Yeah.
And then you got to be faced with the real world. We get it in.
Proverbs 1 and verse 33. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely.
Now, who are those that's prophesied to hearken unto the Lord, man? The elect. All right. What it say in Isaiah 10 and 20? The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the almighty power. They shall not stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord in truth. So whoso hearken unto the Lord, that's the elect. Lord willing, we're part of the number. We and the brothers and sisters that watch these videos, we gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right, man.
Yeah. It shall be quiet from fear from evil.
Yeah, we gonna be quiet. Meaning we gonna be safe, sound. You know, we gonna be rejoicing. Because look, the Lord Yahweh Shai said, the earth shall rejoice, and he shall mourn, something along those lines.
Yeah.
So as this world is going down, we gonna be rejoicing, and we gonna have way more than what we need. We gonna have an abundance.
Yeah, because we believe the Lord is gonna look out for us more in that time than He did do it right now.
Our whole lives, bro.
Yeah.
Most are gonna come through for us in ways we would have never imagined, bro.
Yeah.
You know, just how we read about Elijah. What, dang, Elijah was by a brook, and the Lord had ravens feeding him twice a day. What, bro? Brothers is gonna have stories, man.
That's why, like, but I do good to the animals, man.
Yeah.
Because you never know that same animal that you fed, the Lord might use that same animal to deliver you food. It could be a cat, you know, anything, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
raven, bird, pigeon.
Yep.
Because it does speak about the righteous care for his
Oh
beasts, something like that. But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Cool. Yeah. Yep.
But this is Proverbs 8 and verse 34. It says, "Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors."
It says, "Watching daily at my gates." Elder Apostle Gabar, he got daily live stream, DLS, that he does. All right, which that's the energy. You know, you want to be pushing that righteous vibration daily, but you know, some brothers got, you know, more measurement of the spirit to where they pumping, you know, 5-6 videos out a week. Some bros just hit their quota, you know. But the spirit is, we watching daily, man. You know what I'm saying? We waiting for the downfall of this kingdom. We waiting on Esau to make his move. We waiting on Esau to do something. All right, that's the mindset that the elect has. They watching daily.
That's like the elect being hungry. As Yahushua said, "Blessed are those that hunger,
Yep.
for they shall be filled."
Yep. Hunger and thirst for righteousness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Verse-
Because what else is there to look for here in this society?
Exactly. Yeah.
Everything has failed you, Israelites. Everything has failed. But not repenting and converting and worshiping the true power, that's not going to fail you. Because it's written in the scripts that we got a reward if we endure to the end. Yahushua said it in Matthew the 24th chapter, "He that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved." All right, it's a reward for this, man.
It says, verse 35 in Proverbs 8, "For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord Yahweh."
That's Yahushua. All right? You find Yahushua, you going to get favor with the Heavenly Father. All right? Because what did Yahushua say in John 14? All right, "No man can get to the Father but through me."
Yeah. So we need Yahushua. That's it.
Mhm.
You know, we can't go straight to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Yeah, because it says that Yahushua, he's a mediator between Yahweh and the Israelite.
Yeah. And that shows you that there's a difference between the Father and the Son. I did a lesson this week going into the Father and the Son. The Father is not the Son. One of them. All right, because IUIC, they coming out talking about Yahushua is Yahweh in the flesh. You know, it's when you read the scriptures with understanding, you see it's a clean contrast between the Father and the Son. All right, 2nd Esdras 7. You know, matter of fact, let's get it. We can get it. We got some more right there.
That one.
Okay.
Part 8:36 says, "But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul."
Yeah, you're not doing good to your own self.
Yeah, cause like the brother Ayashimap was saying from GMS Mississippi, Jake has been extremely proud against their God.
Yep.
Yahweh Shimon Shai. Just rejecting the prophets and not listening. You know, I don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
You know. All right. You know. It says, "All they that hate me love death."
See, explain. Because Yahushua, he's life. What it say in Proverbs the 3rd chapter? "My son, hearken unto my commandment, for length of days and long life and peace shall they add unto you." And the chief commandment right now, Yahushua, when he started his ministry, he said, "Look, repent, believe the gospel." That's a commandment. That's an instruction. Okay. I got some. Okay. I got 2nd Esdras 7 verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. And when we talk about the law, we're not talking about just the law, the statutes, and commandments. We're talking about the whole Bible as an instruction book. Okay, the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament. All right? So like it says here, they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. They hate it. It's true. For the Most High have given straight commandment to such as came, what they shall do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things. What's some of the vain things these people imagine? The Most High, he ain't coming. Most High, you know, the prophets, they speaking about things that are far off. God loves everybody. You know? Most High dealing with these Edomites in America. You know? They imagine vain things. Look at the shit that Esau imagined. He imagined that their houses will continue forever. These Edomites, they say things like, I am and none else is beside me.
I shall never be in adversity.
I shall never be in adversity.
Psalms 10.
I would never know the loss of children. I'm a lady forever. That's the pride in the hearts of these devils that's deceiving them. They imagine vain things. And the Most High gonna bring all that pride down. It says, verse 23, and deceive themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. Pretty much said to hell with the truth. And therefore Esdras for the empty are empty things. Empty are those who are without this truth, man. Those that's not predestinated to return back into the Heavenly Father at the end. All right, they're empty. They're gonna have empty things. Things ain't gonna work out in their favor. Because when you read up in this chapter, the angel Uriel came to Esdras and gave him two similitudes of the kingdom of heaven, which is rulership of the Israelites. He said the seed is set in a wide place, full of beautiful things. But put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river, to where only one man can go. You know, then he gave him another one about a city, you know, and the entrance, you got fire and water on either side, you know. So when we go here to the 25th verse, and it says, and therefore Esdras for the empty are empty things, and for the full are full things. See, we the full, we got our cups filled up with this water, man, with this information. So we looking for full things. We looking for salvation. We looking for protection. We looking for guidance, because that's what you're gonna need during this time. And it's a brother from Mississippi I've been watching. I think he's Elder Kazak's elder. Bunyamya.
Bunyamya?
Yeah. He put out a video, and he said, you know, you want to be praying that the Lord help you with your decision making, man. And that's what I've been doing lately, man. You know, because sometimes you get bombarded with like decisions, like, okay, what should I do? How should I do this? How should I do that? How should I go? You get bombarded by that, bro, and it's just like your mind just. So he pushed the vibration of, you know, pray to the Lord to where he make your decision making easier for you. You know, and I've been doing that, man. It's been working.
That's good.
You know, so I want to push that vibration to the Akin too, man. Pray to the Lord to help you with your decision making, to make it easier. You know, because as we get further, because we in the beginning of sorrows, we in the beginning phases of Jacob's trouble, things is just gonna get worse and intensify. You know, as we get closer into the end, our decision making gotta be on point, bro. You know, which it is written in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, that the Lord is a guide unto them that keep my precepts and commandments. All right, the brothers and sisters that's in the faith, the Lord is gonna guide us. All right, and we should be, you know, spiritually getting prepared right now by, you know, Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, make my decision making easier for me, you know, to where I'm not stuck. Like, you know how you be faced with, you know, a situation and you just like stuck right there. You pray, and then it's like You know what I'm saying? You're trying to figure if you should go here or, do that.
Yeah.
But pray that your decision making be easier and pray that the Lord help you with your decision making. And that your decisions tend to life.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's finna be a lot of people that's finna be making terrible decisions, and that's gonna be leading them in their house and their family to destruction, man. Thinking about scriptures in Isaiah 30. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help.
Yeah. Trusting not in God, people be trusting like their neighbors.
Yep.
And that lead to the neighbors turning on them and stuff, killing them and taking their goods.
Yeah. Because your neighbors and these people, your family, they gonna have ulterior motives. Everybody is finna be about their own setup right now. All right, watch when the Lord start unplugging shit. You know how you come in the house mad, you unplugging the TV, unplugging the game, unplugging all this shit. That shit is rough. That shit is like violent.
Yeah.
Most High finna start unplugging shit here in Babylon the Great. And if the Lord ain't dealing with you as far as guiding you and helping you with your decision making, leading you forth, then you finna be sheep to the slaughter out here, man. All right, because we gonna need divine guidance. All right, and as we do this work, push this truth, and we believe on and off the camera, because it's not just about the camera work. It's more so about what you do off camera, man. You know. Because you can be on point, you can know all the precepts and the history and all this stuff on camera, but then off camera when you facing with, certain decisions and, some adversity, you just folding out here, man. This truth ain't about just looking good on the camera with the book in your hand, man. Eventually we gonna have to actually, which you should be doing it already. But you gotta actually apply these teachings, man.
Yeah, like LD, that's what I'm always saying. Yeah. You might be the brother that had to let open your home to let multiple brothers stay with you.
Man.
And that's no different with the servant Obadiah did.
Yeah.
When he had 50 prophets it was 100.
Yeah.
But he had 50 by 50
Yeah.
in the cave.
You already know. I need to go to the bathroom. Oh man, this brother, he be snoring and shit at night. This brother feet stank. His brother
eat a lot.
His brother, man, he got food and shit. He ain't cleaning up. So I know that was a heavy portion.
Yeah.
Man, bro. Because bro's got, bro's is different. You feel me?
And he was also brought a scenario. It was funny, but it's true. Like you might be, you might have a Snicker bar. So and the brothers is hungry, and he like, nah, I'm gonna eat it. I ain't gonna let bros know. I'm gonna eat it later.
Yeah.
And the Lord can, reveal that. Have you get taken out or something.
Man, yeah.
I mean, it's a Snicker bar, but still, like, ain't gonna be no food. So.
Yeah. You could have broke that Snicker bar up in like 5 pieces.
Yeah,
shit like that. Yeah.
We may have to do that too.
Yeah.
I wish we know the Lord gonna provide, but
the Lord do try the hearts.
That's true.
It said in Jeremiah 17, and I just remember these precepts just through the Spirit. I don't want bros to think I'm just the precept guy, and I just, you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
These is the precepts I quote is the precepts that the Lord allowed me to remember and keep, man. But it does say in Jeremiah 17, like 9 and 10, that the Lord, He tries the reins to give every man according to his work shall be. So the Lord, he will and He does try you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Prove it. It's saying Ecclesiastes, prove it for him.
Yeah. Let me see how long he can go.
Yeah.
With
Yep.
being charitable.
Yeah.
Offering his home. And after a while, it gets uncomfortable, but after a while, you just gotta accept it.
Yeah.
And just know that this is just the will of the Lord.
Yeah.
And just know that the Lord will bless you for what you did for the
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. All right, let's go. Second Esdras 7. We got like 5 more minutes. 23. And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. That's that anti-Messiah spirit. But his law have they despised and denied his covenants. Christians do that. They deny the covenant. It says clearly in Jeremiah 31, which Apostle Paul, he quoted Jeremiah 31 in Hebrews 8, where it speaks about the second covenant is specifically for Israelites. But these Christians do supersessionism. They'll say that all the other nations, you know, the Most High basically put by Israel and opened the door for all the nations to be a part of it. But the scriptures say the Lord have not dealt with any other nation, and as far as his judgments, they have not known them. So y'all be making the Lord look like he a liar. And I'm talking about the Christians. All right? But as it says here, denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful, and not perform his works. Therefore, edges for the empty are empty things, and for the fool are fool things. Did I read that already?
Yeah, you read that.
Okay. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens shall be. It's like it. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee. What was Uriel telling Esdras? He was telling Esdras prophecies. And the prophecies are looked at as tokens, which a token is a sign.
Not no gold.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese.
No, hell no.
Cool.
Yeah. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear.
That shit, I was
Yeah. And she coming forth shall be seen. No, the bride is the elect.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Outside's the bridegroom.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. These Moabites, bro, they just, these Moabites is
Cursed.
Most High is gonna visit a Moabites and Ammonites, man.
Yeah.
Motherfucker wearing a mask, but you still digging in trash,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I'm making sense.
It says, and the bride shall appear, which is the elect. And she coming forth shall be seen that is now withdrawn from the earth. Because during the time of Esdras, the Lord didn't have all the elect sealed. All right, this is the time where the elect is getting sealed by the doctrine of by the testimony of Yahushua. And whosoever is delivered from the aforesaid perils. So like it. And whosoever is delivered from the aforesaid evils shall see my wonders. See, that's what the Lord is bringing. Evils, man. And see, don't you want to be a part of that? And whosoever is delivered from the aforesaid peril shall see my wonders. What's a part of the wonders? The Lord coming with chariots, the angels. You know, we want to see that, man. Damn, this is who we've been prophesying about.
Yeah.
Wow, that's Yahushua. Wow, bro, man.
Yeah.
We want to see that, man. We want to be on the right hand side of that. Yep.
Yeah, we want to prophesy about it. Then when it comes to pass, you scared. You know.
You getting caught up in it.
Yeah.
You done prophesied your whole death this whole time. For my son, it says Jesus, but we know Yahushua, his parents was of the circumcision. They was Hebrews. They was Hebrew Israelites. And why would they name their son, being that they was of the circumcision, why would they give their son a damn Greek name? You know? That's like you from the hood somewhere, you from some neighborhood. You have a son and you give him a damn Taiwanese name. Gave him a damn Malaysian name, some stupid shit. Like, you don't speak that language. It says, for my son, Yahushua shall be revealed with those that be with him. Because remember, when Yahushua was on the scene, he called his disciples. And they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. Because Yahushua came on the scene about 400 years after Esdras was on the scene. And after these years shall my son, it says Christ, but it said, but we say anointed. And after these years shall my son, the anointed, die, and all men that have life, that whole era, the apostles, all right, that was with Yahweh Shai, the apostle Paul died, and all the many believers, was a falling away. And the world shall be turned into old silent 7 days, like as in the former judgments, so that no man shall remain, it was a falling away. And after 7 days, the world that yet awaketh not shall be raised up, and that shall die that is corrupt. All right, and the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence, and the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed. And that's Revelation 19, where how the Lord is going to have all the souls resurrect just to judge them again. Yeah. All right, that's a part of the wonders that the Heavenly Father is finna do. Even people that died now, you thought you didn't escape.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't die. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna die on the fire. Nah, Lord can resurrect.
Most High gonna resurrect the dead. Boom,
Yeah.
Put them back in them bodies, and just to judge them. That's crazy, man. And that's a wonder of Yahweh Bashim Show.
So there ain't no escape.
Yep.
That's why the Edomites, you gonna fear the Lord, man, because all them devils back then, Andrew Jackson, John Adams, and Abraham Lincoln, the Lord gonna resurrect all the motherfuckers back to bring, because they brought hell on the tribes, man.
And they gonna receive a judgment, and guess what? They gonna see the elect getting beaten up.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson, a fucking Indian killer.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's finna be a great work. But we gonna end it off at that. All right, we did this park camp. All right, Lord willing, we out there on the streets next week. And Lord willing, we're edified. We want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us the truth. Any day now, Akim, shit gonna change for the worse here in America, but it's gonna change for the best for us. So stay tuned. Shalom, Akim.